Welcome back. If you're new here and you have no idea what's going on, go ahead and check out my intro video where you can get the basics and you won't be lost. And if you feel like you could benefit from my infinite wisdom, psst, you can. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join me. If you're not new here and you're not already subscribed, then what are you even doing? Just do it already. Go ahead, click that button. It's not hard. Today we will be talking about the inglorious hangover. Raise your hand if you've ever had a hangover. Yeah, I've probably had more hangovers than I'm proud to admit, and it's quite disturbing actually. However, my mistakes are your gains because now I'm here to share with you how you can feel more like a human being and less like a piece of shit after you've had 10 shots, 7 beers, and a bottle of wine. You're welcome, citizen. First on our list of best hangover remedies is Gatorade. It has electrolytes. Gatorade is good because it replenishes all of your lost fluids. I don't know if you know, but alcohol is diuretic, which makes you pee out all of your water, which makes you dehydrated, which gives you a headache and leads to terrible, terrible things known as hangover. I personally like the yellow flavor. Yellow is a flavor, not a color, by the way, because it's easier on my stomach and it doesn't make me want to vomit. So there's that. Option number 2 for rehydration is Pedialyte. I'm not currently stocked on Pedialyte, so I'll insert a picture right here in case you don't know what I'm talking about. It also replaces your electrolytes. My favorite thing to mix with Pedialyte is Sprite, so it's a stomach soothing and a rehydrating cocktail all in nice one little package. Option number 3 for rehydration is my personal favorite, a drink that we call Rehydrate. That's pretty convenient, isn't it? Since that's what you're trying to do. Rehydrate is a little bit better than Gatorade because it has a better formula. It has less sugar, less calories, and it has vitamins where Gatorade does not. I can't speak for Pedialyte because I did not look at the nutrition label before I made this video. If you're interested in any of these, I will have links below as always. Next up on our hangover remedies, we have this magic little pill that I like to call Dramamine. Dramamine is really good for your upset stomach. And this one in particular, the non-drowsy Dramamine, it's very important that it's non-drowsy, not less drowsy, because less drowsy still makes you sleep. This is just ginger root in a little capsule. It comes like, a little slow, comes like this. And you're supposed to take 2 of them. So what it does is it goes in there and it dissolves and it makes a nice little chemical reaction and you burp it out and your stomach feels better. It's seriously like magic. Now you could take this after you know you've already been drinking a lot and you feel sick to your stomach. I've had success with taking it right before I go to bed and did not wake up feeling like shit, so that was really nice. I also have success taking it as soon as I wake up and I know that I might be sick, and it usually helps settle my stomach very nicely. Seriously, guys, this is a magic pill. I can usually find it at Walmart, or if you're like me and you hate leaving your house, I'm a hermit, guys. I don't ever leave my house. I buy everything from Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon. I usually get like 5 or 6 at a time because, hi, my name's Carmen and I'm an alcoholic. So I always stay stocked up on these, link below. Now, if you're experiencing a lot of dizziness with your hangover, then regular Dramamine is better for that. This will not help with your dizziness. However, in order to take regular Dramamine, you have to be able to commit several hours of sleeping. And if you have to get up and be a human being, maybe you have to find some other alternative. Maybe less drowsy Dramamine does not make you sleepy, or maybe you have to load up on some coffee while you're taking the Dramamine so that you can actually function. Whatever works for you. Now, another thing to help with your upset tummy when you're hungover is crackers or dry toast, something dry and salty. But you also want to be drinking something to rehydrate you since the salt is like kind of dries out your mouth a little bit. Whew. Next up on my list is my hands down favorite hangover food is a nice hot bowl of beef pho. There's something about it, its magical properties. It's like they made it in a cauldron and they put an eye of newt and the hair of a unicorn in it, and it just makes you feel better. Actually, there's something about the bone broth and just all those nutrients made into one nice big cocktail of deliciousness. And it's also really easy on your stomach. There's just something about it. It's so reviving and rejuvenating. After you eat it, you instantly feel better. I don't know what it is. It's like magic. I say the word magic a lot. Let's keep a running tally of how many times I've said it. So if you have access to pho, if you can get it delivered to your house, or if you can get somebody to go pick it up for you, I absolutely love Postmates or Waiter or Favor or what's else? Something else. Uber Eats. I, however, live in the sticks and I don't have access to any of those. And the nearest Vietnamese restaurant to me is a 30-minute drive, so I kind of am stuck without pho when I'm hungover. So something else that's good is just canned chicken noodle soup, very cheap, or anything with really good broth, like cheap ramen noodles or cup noodles, soup, broth, instant hangover win. Ooh, a little hot in here, isn't it? Is it just me? Something else that I really enjoy when I'm hungover is a big glass of milk. Now, this is obviously after you've settled your stomach and you know you're not going to puke because puking on milk is the absolute worst thing ever. After the whole I'm not going to throw up anymore, drink you some milk. It has some nutrients in it and it will give you some energy and make you feel better. Amazing, amazing stuff. Obviously, if you're vegan, don't drink milk because milk is, it comes from cows. So if you're vegan, scratch that. Now, let's talk a moment about preventing your hangover. Option number one is you can make less shitty decisions. Hey, but we know that's not going to happen. So, option number two, you could drink pickle juice before you start drinking. Yes, pickle juice. I love pickles, so this is a really good one for me. I don't know if you've ever heard, but pickle juice sometimes helps athletes from cramping when they are like working out really hard. It's because pickle juice has a lot of sodium in it, and the sodium helps your body retain fluids and balances out the diuretic effects of alcohol. You could also opt out of pickle juice if you're not a fan, and you could drink water every time you have an alcoholic beverage. Just a glass of water is fine, nothing too ridiculous. Not trying to push a gallon of water down your throat because you're trying to have a good time, but try to stay hydrated a little bit. Option number three, opt out of caffeine while you're drinking. Caffeine is also a diuretic, and if you have too many Jaeger bombs, then the caffeine is going to double up the diuretic effects with the alcohol, and you will just be so dehydrated, it is ridiculous. So make sure if you are drinking caffeine that you stay really hydrated. It's so important. Dehydration is the biggest part of the hangover, so you just want to focus your energy on staying hydrated while you're partying if you can manage that. Option number, I lost count of what option number we're on, but you could also chug one of these bad boys before you go to sleep at night, and it will work on hydrating your body as you sleep, and you will feel less shitty when you wake up. I've had great success with doing this as well, obviously combined with the Dramamine. Some important things to consider if you get really shaky after a night of drinking. I'm not really sure what the theory is on this one. I've done some research and nobody can really seem to agree on it. I feel like it's probably a blood sugar imbalance. So try to focus on foods that are low in sugar, they have a low glycemic index, meaning they're not going to spike your blood sugar either way. And I try to opt for animal proteins, as I mentioned, the beef, the chicken noodle soup, the milk. Eggs are really good too. Just keep you nourished without putting too much sugar in your body. Also, another reason for being shaky and weak afterwards could be that you are an alcoholic and you might be going through withdrawals. This is dangerous. If you feel like you're going through alcohol withdrawals, find help because it's not a good situation to be in. Finally, the best hangover cure that I have found, if you are at a bar after you've been drinking, or even if you have access to the stuff at home, make or order a Bloody Mary. I don't know what it is about a Bloody Mary, but if you drink that sucker, if you can force it down, you will feel better within 5 minutes. It is amazing. So that's all I've got. Those are things that have all personally worked for me. If you have any hangover wisdom that you would like to share, please tell me about them in the comments. I'm way open to new ideas. Let me know if you've benefited from this video in any way, and I will see you in the next one.